Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode number 12 of the Game Changers podcast. My name is Quinn Sajis, and it's a pleasure to be here with you, as always. My guest today is a young lady who has a passion for culture. Oftentimes we forget our culture, we tend to forget where we come from. This young lady is bucking that trend and is embracing culture not just for herself, but for the younger ones amongst us. Her name is Huanna Leo. I'm happy to present her to you. Hello, Huanna.
Hi.
I'm very happy to have you here with me. I always think to myself, everybody needs people to look up to, and you're one of those people for me, actually. So I'm
Really?
happy to have you here.
Thanks. I'm happy to hear that, and I'm happy to be here with you today, Quinn.
Yes, I am really interested in this interview in particular.
I'm
Um,
sure you tell all your guests that.
I do, but it's still true. It's still true. Okay,
All right.
let's get straight into it. Um, Tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Okay, cool. So I'm Huanna Leo. I usually start off by saying that I'm a wife of one and a mother of two.
Lovely.
Um, yeah, I am a creator. I like to think of myself as an entrepreneur. I'm not sure if I truly deserve that title yet, but
Right.
I'm constantly working towards it. And for this interview, I think what's fundamental is that I am the creator of Saksa and Saksa Co.
Okay, all right. I will get into details of that in a while.
Sure.
Okay, so um, you spoke about Saksa. Is that something you do for a living permanently, or is that like a part-time gig?
Yeah, so Saksa is a side gig. Um, it's a project, a personal project which
Okay.
started 2 years ago, and my goal is to keep it going on every year. So it's like just a one-off project in the year, and as the ideas hit me, I do other stuff. But
Okay, lovely.
I am a full-time freelance sales agent. So I do
Oh,
sales for companies who don't have a dedicated sales department. And my most prominent gig in that role is as a real estate agent with Terra Caribbean here in St. Lucia.
okay, got you. Now you spoke about Saksa. Tell the people what that is.
All right, so Saksa is um there. It's actually two. There's Saksa and Saksa Core for now,
Okay,
and what it is my personal contribution to immortalizing the Creole language here in St. Lucia, and
nice.
to break that down even further, I've created two children's coloring and activity books which teach children Creole in a very fun, interesting, and interactive way. Um, yeah, you want me to give more detail now, or you want to ask more
No,
questions?
go ahead, go ahead.
All
Mm.
right, cool. So, my books so far, they've taken the format of having using the alphabet, the English alphabet, and having a Creole word for each letter of the alphabet. So it's
Got you.
also a coloring book, and there are activities, age-appropriate activities in the books to teach the children the language.
Nice, nice. Okay, so what inspired you to start this though? Was it random?
Okay. So it's actually a pretty funny story.
Okay,
So when my first daughter was turning two, they're at that stage where they can't dictate expensive gifts yet.
right.
So I decided I was gonna get her chickens as a gift,
Okay,
fowls, an ordinary fowl. And my reason for that was, it's a low maintenance pet.
right.
We'll find eggs in the yard, and that's always exciting. So I got her I actually ended up getting her four chicks, right?
Okay.
And we'd feed the chicks every day, but they start getting a little too comfortable, so they wanted to start coming in the house.
All
So I
right.
taught her at 2 years old how to say sorti la.
All right.
And it was just so nice to see my 2-year-old run into the door saying, Sortila, Sortila. And she just picked it up so easily and it just flowed off her tongue so effortlessly. And one day I saw her do it and I told my husband, oh, it'll have a vibe. Imagine if we have a book teaching children Creole. And he literally said, yeah, that making sense. That playing a role. I said, okay, cool.
Right.
The conversation literally went like that. And the following morning, I just thought about it a little more, and I went to work. I verbalized the idea. Everybody said, "Yeah, that making sense." So that was a Tuesday. By the Friday, I had a draft of the book. I just
Wow.
thought it through, and by Friday, I had all my words written. I reached out to an illustrator, and I was ready to roll.
Wow.
uh, yeah, so
That's
that's what it
that's really
was.
quick.
Yeah, no time to waste, no time to overthink. So yeah, so that was the Tuesday. I had the draft ready by the Friday. That was during the month of December. And I told myself, you know what? I think a good time to launch this will be for Independence in February. And I was working towards that deadline, but my birthday is also in February. So in the middle of January, I'm like, you know what? We're not aiming for February 22nd, we're aiming for February 10th. We're putting
Right.
out this for my birthday. And I did just that. I had really good feedback from the first book. So I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to do a book every year for my birthday. That's just going to be my birthday project every year. And I like to think of myself as a woman of my word.
Right.
So far I'm on track. 2 books, 2 years.
Good, good. Let's keep it that way. Let's keep it that way. All right. So, when was this? That was how long ago?
So my first book was in 2021.
Okay.
So I had the idea in December of 2020. I published the book February 2021. And then February 2022, I put out my second book. And then
Okay.
in May of 2022, I did a second project, which was some Creole Mother's Day cards.
Right. I saw
And
that.
yeah, and the little cards that you get when you send flowers?
Yes.
Yeah, so I did some Creole ones like those as
Nice.
well for Mother's Day. And probably by the time this episode is aired, I will also have some birthday cards and condolences cards available as well.
Lovely, lovely. And I think that's really important, because there are people in our population who have Creole as their first language, really. English is actually their second language. So, and I think our society sometimes forgets about them. So I think that's something big. That's something
Yeah.
big.
More importantly than those people, well, I shouldn't say more importantly, but apart from the people who speak Creole better than they speak English, there's perhaps a much larger portion of the population who does not know Creole at all.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the Creole that they know are the bad words or
Right,
that
right.
realized content that we get in our music. So, what I'm aiming to do really is to just create good, positive, consistent Creole content that will keep the language alive in a positive way, beyond the bad words. Because we all know the bad words. It's sad, but it's
Right,
true.
right.
Words. And in our music, I won't say all of the time, but there's a significant amount of Creole that's used in our music. It's not positive. It's more bad words. It's hypersexualized stuff or puns for sexual stuff. And
Right.
I think that is not the way to keep the language. We need to be more deliberate with being positive and just being positive and intentional with teaching the language. So if we incorporate it into everyday occurrences, like teaching our kids, getting them to color, and just having the language as an ordinary part of your day, that would be positive. And additionally, with the cards, when we start putting out positive messages in Creole, it's a long game, but I have a goal, I have a vision.
Lovely, lovely. I like that. And you know, I really like that you are targeting like young people or children. Tell me, what is the significance of that age range in particular? Why target them?
So the obvious answer is that they have the most impressionable minds at that
Yes.
time. So if you introduce Creole or any language for that matter at that age, then they learn it easier. It sticks in their head easier. So yeah, so that's one major reason why I started at that age. The second reason is simply because my daughter, who was 2 at the time, was really and truly the inspiration behind it. So
Right.
it was obvious to start off with her. Um, Thirdly, so I'm gonna confess that my command of the Creole language isn't fantastic. So I can't attempt to be writing stuff on a level that's too way beyond my skill set.
Right, right, right. It's only smart.
Exactly, exactly. Um, if you create content for kids, then you're influencing families because
Right.
the child won't be able to do the activities on their own. The parents or guardian or somebody needs to be involved. And like I said, if a lot of our adults don't know Creole, so if they're helping the child, they're learning on their own. So I'm impacting more than one person with one product.
I like that. I like that a lot. Game Changers proudly supports Kids Health Creative, a publishing house encouraging children ages 4 to 12 to live healthy lifestyles all while having good, clean fun. Get the latest book, Be Smart, at 10% off when you use promo code QuinnST at checkout. That's QUINNST at checkout. Get yours today. Hello, everybody. I hope you're enjoying the episode. This episode was made possible through a platform called Riverside FM. It's a platform that I've grown to love, and it really does justice to creators. Unlike Zoom or other platforms, it records content locally and then uploads it to the cloud so you have a seamless video. If you are a creator and looking to get into this space, this is the platform for you. Click the link down below to get started today. Want access to all things Game Changers? Here's what to do. Visit our website at www.changers758.myshopify.com. Get access to the latest podcasts. Check out our weekly chess moves. Get yourself some neat merch and so much more. We look forward to seeing you. Log on today. And you spoke about your daughter as well. I realized that you use her a lot, or you have her involved a lot in the promotion of the book, and doing a lot of activities. As a mom, what do you want her to get from this period? What would you like um, in the future for her to remember about this time with you?
All right. So I want to state here that I actually have two daughters, right? So
Okay, yes, yes, your older daughter.
my older daughter. So they're both very involved, but obviously the older one is just, at the stage where she can
Older, yeah.
fully learning. But I have two girls, Cara and Jolie, and they both, I'm aiming. Ultimately, Quinn, my goal is to teach them everything I wish I knew at an earlier age, right? I'm not striving to give them everything I didn't have. I want them to know what I didn't know.
Nice.
And I'm also trying to make my contribution to the world so that it's a better place for them. I mean, there's just so much negativity out there already. If I could do something to at least counteract some of the bad in the world, I'll be happy for that. I mean, it's a really scary world out there, especially with girls. So I'm trying to create two young ladies who will be ready for the world, who would have had positive influences in their life, who would be thinkers, and they're ready. They're ready for the world that's out there for them. And I guess I should also admit that people like to see kids, and I think
Yes.
so. When I use them in promotion of the book,
Right.
I'm gonna get more likes than if I just use
Yes.
myself. And ultimately, the book is for kids, so I need to show that the kids are involved, and they actually are. It's more than just a promotion; it's facts.
Lovely, lovely. What does this experience with her mean to you personally as a mom, though? What does it do for you?
Oh, what does it do for me? I mean, to be honest, it does not do anything extra for me. I think
Right.
this is just my role as a parent to be the best parent that I possibly can be, and to be the best example for my girls as I possibly can be. So it doesn't do anything extra for me. I'm just here doing my role in the best way that I can. And ultimately, if and when, and by God's grace, they do turn out to be, you know, they're good adults, they're
Yeah.
contributing positively to society, they're strong thinkers, and they're handling themselves, I will be even more proud. I'm already proud of just their existence. So I'll
Yes.
be even more proud of, yeah. And I
I
feel
love.
good that I did my best and the results were positive.
I love that. I like the fact that you're investing in them. I think that our society without youth or without skilled youth is a dying society. So any society like that is dying, and making an impression on them that young will definitely, let them blossom in the future to come. So I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Now, one thing that I realize when I just see the cover of the book is that it's beautiful. It looks good. Well, both of the books, they just look good. Now I know that you have a young man who was working with you, an illustrator, a friend of mine, Cassell Paul. Tell me about the
Um,
dynamic.
all right. So I should clearly state that Cassell did not design the cover. Cassell
Okay,
did all the internal
okay,
illustration.
got you.
All right. So the cover was designed by Dallin James, another young, very talented guy. So Dallin designed the cover of both of the books, and Cassell did the illustrations, the internal illustrations for my
Got
second
you.
book. So I should admit that Cassell was, I don't want to make this sound wrong, but he was not my first choice,
Got
simply
you.
because somebody had illustrated my first book.
Mm-hmm.
So naturally, I went back to her. But she was not available. And I'm going to put in a shameless plug here for, um, for your involvement in activities.
Right.
So, Estelle goes to my church, and we had an activity at church, an AY program, where the young people were encouraged to, it was sort of like a talent show, and they had to portray their talents, right? And Cassell was sick at the time, but he sent a recording, and he showed his art. He designs logos, he does commission pieces, digital art. Um, so that information was just in my head. So when my first illustrator said she couldn't for work commitments, I'm like, okay, cool. Let me just hit up Cassell, see if he's willing and able to do it. And so it was just so great. I knew Cassell could draw, but that
Right.
event at church, probably like 3 weeks before, had it fresh in my head. So I reached out to him. He's like, yeah, sure, he can do it. And it was such a pleasure working with him. I think your young people say he understood the assignment.
Yes, yes, very much so.
So Cassell understood the assignment. We had a nice discussion about what I was looking for. I gave him that general guidance, and he executed perfectly. It was a pleasure working with him. And I would encourage anybody looking for an illustrator to reach out to Cassell. You will not be disappointed. He was priced fairly and he did good work. He stuck to the deadlines. So it was really a pleasure working with him. Not to mention the fact that I've known Cassell, I'm not that old, but I've known Cassell from the time he was born. And
Right.
it felt really nice and really good to see the development of him as a young person, his professionalism, and also the fact that I could have given him some work to support him, encourage him, and continue to develop his craft. So thanks, Cassell. We'll definitely use him in the future.
Lovely, lovely. I like what you said earlier on about just getting involved in things and participating. You never know what could pay you.
Exactly.
You never know who is looking. You never know what can become of your skill set.
For sure.
So take part in things. I like that.
Things. Put yourself out there. Show your work. You never know.
I like that a lot. Okay, so Huanna, we kind of closing the first segment of this interview. My question to you is, how can people get in contact with you?
Oh, I'm super easy to get in touch with. You
All right.
Me on Facebook, on Instagram, Huanna, Huanna Leo. That's my personal page.
Mm-hmm.
And my book pages are Sak Sa, SAKSA. On Instagram, it's SAK_SA758. So I'm super easy to get in contact with. I respond to all messages, super approachable. So please feel free to reach out to me if I can assist anybody with anything.
Nice. And where can they order the books?
Okay, so my books are available quite a few places.
Right.
Drugstore, all their branches. People's Discount Drugs, Triple N Bookstore, Noah's Arcade, that's a gift shop on the airport. Island Mix in Rodney Bay. Sea Island Cotton Shop. By the Bay Gardens Beach Resort gift shop. And I'm working on some other locations, so I will be making some more announcements soon. For St. Lucians living overseas or for people overseas, the books are available on Amazon, so you can get them there. They cost $9.20 US online and 25 EC locally. Yeah. And if you own a shop or you want to get some copies of the book, you reach out to me and I'll be more than happy to provide. On Amazon, if you search Sak, SAK, Sa, SA, book. So type Sak Sa book and my books are the top 2 results. Just for reference, this is what the first book looks like. And this is what the second book looks like, so you know what you're looking out for online. Yeah.
Lovely, lovely. I will definitely leave the links down below so people can check it out.
Sure.
Lovely, I like that. Okay, our chess move for today is the book by author and founder Grant Cardone. He's a master of sales and marketing, and he really teaches people how to elevate themselves and elevate the entire sales process. If you want to learn more about sales, check out the 10x rule by Grant Cardone. The link is in the description down below. All right. So, Huanna, we move into the quick hitters side of our podcast. This is a more fun side. So, I'll ask some light-hearted questions to you. Hopefully, you can answer them.
Okay.
All right?
Let's see.
30 seconds or less. Not long, not hard questions. Okay. Let's go. First question. You have an opportunity to go to dinner with 3 people from history. Who are you taking with you and why?
3 people from history. How far back is history? Meaning they must be.
History could have been yesterday.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so the church girl in me will say Jesus.
Okay.
I would also want to share a meal and a table with probably Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad Poor Dad. I think there's a
Yeah, big book.
yeah, I think I could learn a lot sitting with him. I want to say the lady who founded Canva. I don't remember her name,
Okay.
but I think she'd be a great partner for dinner as well, because as a woman, building this amazing company from scratch, I think there's a lot that I could learn from her. And I already said 3, but I want to put a bonus one there if that's okay.
Sure. Go ahead.
It's a little bit controversial, but Jordan Belfort, do you know who that is?
Okay, yes, I know him.
So
I know him.
So I think
Yes.
it would be interesting to sit with him and learn the good side and probably even the bad things as well, but learn
Right.
things that he learned from doing bad. So I just think
Right.
to sit with him.
That's pretty interesting. That's a great dinner. You'll have some good times.
For sure.
So Jesus on one end, Jordan on the other end. that will be something else. That will be something. Okay. So next question. We always ask this question:
Okay.
Apple or Android?
So I have an Android phone and a Mac laptop. But
okay, so you're on the fence.
I'm on the fence, I want to be all Apple, but for now I have 2 numbers, and Apples don't have iPhones don't come dual SIM. So
okay,
simplify my life enough to have 1 number, I'm gonna switch to iPhone.
Okay, all right. So Apple is your choice then.
Yeah, Apple is my choice.
Okay, cool. Now, my final question will be a new question, but you have to help me with the answer to your question.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
So the question is, who would you like to see on Game Changers? And you have to help me get that person on this interview.
Oh, that's easy. I want you to interview Cassell.
Oh, okay, all right. Fair enough. All right, that works.
So Cassell would be a great guest, and yeah, I can help you get him. No problem.
Okay, so Cassell Paul, I am expecting you. Huanna, it will link you, so I'm expecting you.
No,
all right.
Yeah, I'm sure you'd be happy to come on.
Lovely. Okay, Huanna, I enjoyed this interview. I enjoyed listening to you and listening to how you grew a business or just a concept into a business. And you are entrepreneur. Don't question it. You are one.
All right.
And I look forward to big things from you in the future.
Thank you. I claim the
lovely. Definitely. Before we wrap up, I want you to tell us, however, where do you see the book going?
Where do I see my books going? So I would like to see my books used in schools to teach children Creole. And when I created the book, I did not imagine that there was any talk about introducing Creole into schools. But when I heard that, I'm like, oh wow, that's fantastic. I would love to see that, and I would love for my books to be there. So that's the ultimate goal. But in the meantime, I would just like for my books to make an impact in teaching our upcoming generation the Creole language. And at some point in the future, it would be nice if just one person says, boy, Huanna books that have them children knowing patois these days,
Right.
If I could just hear that once genuinely, that would make me feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
Lovely. I'm sure you'll get that. You'll get that very soon.
All right. Cool.
All right. Thanks once again, and we look forward to big things from you in the future.
Thanks, Quinn. I look forward to bigger things from you as well.
Definitely. Okay, guys, until next time, stay hungry. Bye bye.